Good, everybody. What is good, yo? Ah, this episode of Circus, man. Holy crap. I kind of speechless. This was pretty rough to watch. But at the same time, it was very entertaining in the sense of how everything was kind of played out. Um, just showing us how strong people could be if they don't even have like puppets and stuff like that. That you're not completely, useless in the world. But the main thing that really had me messed up was just seeing the overall ending of the episode. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. But with having this kid pretty much in a situation where they can use anything against them, they continuously show us that regardless of him being a kid, he's taken so much from the guy who's been taking care of him that it's not hard for him to understand why, um, for him to, like why he should fight, why he should be, you know, much more focused on the overall goal of, not letting people bully him and stuff. And to think that he's, getting all these lessons and stuff, and within the next, like within 4 episodes, they straight up kill off this guy, man. Um, I didn't see it coming, but at the same time, the people who did Hunter x Hunter, um, they they have pretty dark uh, taste, like the animators anyway. And I'm pretty sure everybody like sees this is like, dang, bro, like there's no way they're gonna take out this guy. There's no way this is gonna happen. And then boom, one of the main characters from the very first episode bodied. Um, we pretty much get to see the most beast moments ever of this kid, uh, and all of a sudden just him pretty much knowing what to do in only a couple like certain situations. It's not like he mastered, a puppet or anything, but close enough. This kid pretty much picks up a puppet for the first time, and because of what he remembered, and mind you, this isn't even the first time he does this either. This is like the second time he does this. Yeah, he knew about the neck mechanic on the guy he hires from the last episode, that he jumped down and sees. He pretty much sees this guy, knows a little bit about how it would work, the mechanic of this thing would work, and boom, he's in, like it's over. um, and I thought it was cool because with kids nowadays, that's seemingly how easy it is, for some of them anyway, that they see something like that and they're like, "Oh, I could do that." And then they try it and they actually do it, and it's not like absolutely like shocking, that this kid does this. And not only does he do it, he, only knew really that move that he remembered. So to think he has a future in puppeteering, or like maybe he can have his own little puppets or something, that would be pretty dope, in the long run of things, if they want to end this series, whatever way they see fit, like, oh, he didn't become a puppet master, or he did become, something, so whatever. um I could see it going in one of those directions, and I wouldn't mind that at all in the least, because with him just asking and talking to, the guy about being stronger and wanting, this power, it makes 100% sense that whatever starts to happen around him, he absorbs it like a sponge, So whenever he ends up seeing all these different people fight, like For instance, the guy who is taking care of him the whole time, he straight up uses a technique that he probably seen done by him, or not even that it was done by him. It might have just been inspired by him because he knew he was strong enough to put the hands on him. So um, it's stuff like that that makes you really like this kid's character, and actually gives me hope that he has potential to be like super dope. Because after being tricked and after all of the abuse he was just going through, in the sense of someone that he consider that's supposed to be family, um, I'm pretty clear to say that he's going to be kind of heartless sooner or later if he really wanted to be. If he really wants to go like dark, dark, I think we would all understand at this point. He just lost the one guy who, really shouldn't have anything to do with any of this. And he gets bodied while protecting him to the bitter end in a burning down building after having multiple puppets attack him and pretty much through wire, like take wiring through him and stuff like that. All of those different things popping off, and this man still, holds it down for the kid. So it's scary to think that this is the type of thing that they're not afraid to go to already in this series. Like they already went straight to just pretty much killing the main character. They didn't even care. They're like, all right, we've had this character for 4 episodes, guys. I think it's all here. We need to plan this together. Do we kill him or do we keep him? And everybody's like, kill him. I was like, okay. Um, but I wouldn't be just the anime G if I didn't do any type of little bit of research and stuff like that, because it kind of sucks to know that one of the characters that you actually enjoy in the show might be killed off for the rest of the 36 episodes. Um, and if that was the case, it would be pretty rough to continue to watch, which it sounds like either it really could happen. This could be the case where he is just straight up dead and his time here is done. Um, because from what I have saw, and I mean I saw it like instantly after this video ended, because people are like me and they are heated about this. So go figure. We I found out that supposedly this mansion in the manga was supposed to be like it was supposed to have an underground tunnel that led to a lake. And once the explosions and stuff happened and he was protecting this kid, uh, the main guy who was helping gets washed away by the water. So to think that that was supposed to happen, like we were supposed to know about a lake and all these other stuff, it's kind of looking bad in my opinion. The one thing that had saving grace behind like this whole lake business and telling us just who could be in the position to save that character, because I'm pretty much saying that he might come back, and we find out that that person just might be someone that we don't even know yet. um, which I'm happy the person that was talking about this didn't go into detail to as to who it was that's going to help or whatever. But supposedly someone is going to be able to save him in the nick of time, and because of that, he was supposed to be where he gets washed away. So um, somehow, if that is still the true storyline, because when the saving grace for me is he meets an important character, like him losing his arm during this and all of this stuff sounds like it happened, but just not in this way as the death part, which is weird to think that they wouldn't even go into a little bit of depth to show that. But that's also why I'm saying that it's a saving grace, because maybe they wanted to work a different way of having that. But it's just weird to see or to think that somehow. Well, I guess it's not that weird. If there was another like explosion or something, and his arm was still holding on to the kid and his body got, tossed and turned to like different sides and stuff. It's still weird to think that A, the kid didn't move at all from the explosion because of the guy. And then B, if all of this did happen, if there was an explosion and stuff, and he got blown far away, it would probably mean he was unconscious, is probably where they're going to go with that. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, he was unconscious, and then once he awoken, someone had saved him, something along those lines. And to not know who this important character is, it's pretty cool to know that we have like three people, and then we made an additional fourth for money. I'm not sure how long this guy who got paid is going to last, in the sense of, well, this show seems pretty dark, so I don't even know if he'll last living, like if he's going to live. And on top of that, depending on how much he just got paid and stuff like that, I'm guessing the kid wouldn't be too opposed of paying for a little bit more time for the puppet girl's legs to heal because she got it pretty bad this week, because she was standing still like a crazy girl, just watching, being envious of people instead of protecting the kid and, have the puppet out and ready to fight at any given moment. I really didn't understand what she was doing, but at the same time, I could understand her happiness. And then, not only that, she was watching her boyfriend beat the crap out of a lot of people, and she was happy about that too. So, um, I could understand why she was lost, but at the same time, it just was the worst moment to be mesmerized by, how someone is doing and, going about fighting and stuff. When you're in a building, well, they didn't know about the explosion yet, but you're in a building that, holds all these puppets, puppeteers that can instinctually take out the main kid in one shot with, a well-placed wire, seeing how we saw the wire is capable of cutting off heads, but when it comes down to our boy, that's why it's can't do nothing. So that was really interesting overall. Just to think that this character could be dead, man, that's pretty rough for me, to be honest. Like, that is pretty rough. Did not expect it at all. But at the same time, with this animation and with how this story already kind of started, I kind of expected something with a little bit of juice, a little bit of heat behind it, including with it being 36 episodes. It's like the studio knew what they were getting themselves into with this, which gives me even more hope in the studio to give us more of a good presentation. If this isn't what happened in the manga, why are we getting it like this now? Um, I hope they really shine for the reasoning why we don't get the full context. And this is why people who read the manga and people who watch the anime are so helpful, because we both help each other, So I don't have to go through the manga after reading the anime and be like, what is all this? Like, none of this happened in the anime. So um, it's nice to have that little bit of knowledge here and there, and then on top of that, we get to, see if the anime, because for me, I'm an anime only right now. So now I get to see if the anime had a good idea for how this should all play out, or if the manga absolutely destroys it. And I mean, sure, it's gonna always be like this, like anime versus manga competition, but I honestly don't see it in a bad way. It's just when people take it to the extreme and they want to like get all physical about it, or they want to start, dropping, racial slurs or anything beyond the anime conversation, then you're just out of line and you're dumb for that. But other than that, though, man, I can understand that there is definitely a bias for animes and there's definitely a bias for mangas. And to be honest, I was truly enjoying this show until they just try to kill off my homie. So, and kill him off without even giving him, like, writing in a good animation way of how he could have survived this. I mean, his arm is not bleeding, like, there's no blood coming out of it, so maybe it was such a clean explosion that he didn't even feel it, and once he wakes up, he'll be okay. It's just hard to think he's coming back, man. To be honest, I'm doing this review with the full heart of I just lost a great character and they expect me to watch more of this show. That's a hard pill to swallow, man. It's a tough pill to swallow. So I'm sitting here with hope in my heart that we are getting this character back, but if not, I guess I will still do what I do, which is giving you guys reviews of animes that you may or may not watch, and I will watch it for you and make sure you guys know what's hype and what is crazy going on. So if you guys enjoyed this, let me know in the comments down below, or just drop a like, or just click the video. Thank you so much. Any of that helps tremendously. So thank you, and I will get back to the grind talking about more. Because Mob Psycho's preview did come out for season 2. Um, I don't think it warrants a whole video because there wasn't a whole lot to be taken out of it. Plus, it only said 2019, so that doesn't really tell anybody anything. So if anything else comes out or anything I notice that I really like or I want to talk about, definitely will be here on the channel. So make sure you have that notification bell on if you do enjoy the content so you can get more as soon as the video is posted. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you in the next one. All right. Peace.